Chairman Toomey, Ranking Member Merkley, and committee, thank you for the opportunity to testify at today's hearing. I'm Carrie Wood, President and CEO of Timberland Federal Credit Union, a $60 million credit union located in Du Bois, Pennsylvania. We serve 9,800 members, over 3/4 of which are low income. My 15 full-time staff and I work hard every day to meet their financial needs. As a small credit union in a rural area, we have to comply with many of the same regulations that the too-big-to-fail banks who caused the financial crisis. While my title is CEO, I am also the security administrator, the HR department, the compliance officer, the marketing department, the backup IT person, and the NMLS administrator. To keep up with the changes coming out of Washington, I have assigned a team of 5 staff, a full third of my total, from various departments across the credit union. When this team is working on compliance issues, they're not serving our members. They're not helping them get loans. They're not providing financial counseling. They're not helping to improve our services. Every time a rule is changed, my credit union and members incur costs. We must make the time to understand the new requirement, determine if it applies to us, modify our computer systems, update our internal processes, properly train our staff, design and print new forms, and produce materials to help our members understand the new requirement. Rules are often changed in the name of consumer protection, but when regulators make it harder for me or more expensive to serve my members, that's not consumer protection. This constant churn of new regulatory requirements takes a hit on our bottom line, which, for a not-for-profit like us, directly affects our members and our service. It has also kept us from entering new markets. Our members want us to offer small business loans, but we're hesitant because of the regulatory and statutory restrictions in place today. We've also delayed our entry into indirect auto lending for similar reasons. On top of all that, the CFPB has added an entirely new level of regulatory anxiety for my credit union and others like us. A recent example is the TILA-RESPA integrated disclosure forms. We've known TRID is coming down the pipe for some time, and we worked hard to prepare for it. TRID is a complicated rule, and the CFPB provided absolutely no transition time. One day we did things in one way, the next day it was completely different. No transition period, no enforcement delay, no legal protections. As a small institution, when we ran into an anticipated problem after we flipped the switch on the TRID forms, we were forced to manually input information, slowing down our processes for our members and potentially exposing us to errors. NCUA has said that their examiners are going to exercise tolerance for a reasonable amount of time, but I don't understand why Congress won't protect us from legal liability as we work the kinks out in our system. Despite the ever-growing regulatory burden, we continue to help our members. And in closing, let me tell you how. When our members open an account, we offer a free credit review. And 3 members of our staff are training to become certified financial counselors to provide free credit counseling for our members. We participate in a program called Better Choice, which is an alternative to payday lending. To participate in this program, we require our members to receive financial counseling, and we partner with our local community action to provide it. Timberland makes absolutely no money on this program. It is a member service. Small loans are pretty common for us. Members request them to buy fuel, settle payday loans, buy an Amish mattress, among other things. I once did a loan for a man whose 5 granddaughters moved back in with him because his daughter lost her job. He needed $200 in a loan because the girls had contracted lice at school. He couldn't afford the treatments until his next Social Security check, and the girls couldn't go back to school until we took care of the problem. I've written car loans for members who've totaled their car due to deer damage, and once for a member who hit a horse. Public transportation is a struggle in central Pennsylvania, so my members need a car, which makes these loans very vital for us. Like all credit unions, the work that we do at Timberland helps their families stay in the home, members to hold jobs, and children to stay in school. We're a lifeline for our members. My members need our credit union to be in a position to help them in these situations. Unfortunately, every rule makes it much more difficult for us to be there when they need it. There is a reason that we're losing a credit union a day, and it's coming out of Washington in the form of ever-changing and ever-increasing regulatory burden. Again, your focus on the crisis facing small community financial institutions is critical, and I applaud your efforts. Thank you for the opportunity to testify.
Thank you, Ms. Wood. Ms. Edelman, please proceed.